Awesome. Good morning. Get started in a minute. Grab all your cozy, comfy things. This weather feels really cold in the UK at the minute, doesn't it? Get that little chill back. I felt like we had a little taste of some more mild weather. That was really nice, wasn't it? And here we are back in that little bit of cold spell. But it could be worse. So absolutely. Yeah, good morning. Happy Sunday, as always. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, today's just going to be a nice whole body stretch. Just time out, just move and breathe. And I have like a little challenging pose. If you want to play with it today, it is, we'll play with a little bit of crow pose, which is a little bit of an arm balance, and we'll work a little bit towards that today. So a little bit of upper body, but I don't want you to feel like you need to get into crow pose today, but it's there if you wanted to like try one leg or the other, or maybe see if the balance is there. But before we get into that, I'm just going to say, if you have a pillow, you can maybe just grab it. I'm going to grab one off my sofa. You can have that as a, either grab it when we get to that point, but it's a nice one, so that if you wanted to like just land, you're not far at all from the ground, but if you did want a pillow there, sometimes it's nice for a balance, when you feel like your head is slowly coming to the floor in that pose. So a pillow might be a helpful tool today. Yeah, just a small one, like a from the sofa if you've got anything, but again, no worries if not. All right, let's start. We'll start in child's pose again today. We'll move a little bit more dynamically at the beginning, warm up, and then we'll have a really nice cool down and a really cozy Shavasana. So happy Sunday. And cheers for logging in with me. All right, as always, I invite you just to choose where you want to be in your child's pose. So this morning, if the body feels a little bit sore or tired, just take it easy. Bring the knees hip distance. Maybe bring the forearms down and relax, and then just see if you can walk the elbows a little closer towards the knees. If you know child's pose really well, it feels comfy, come down and relax the forehead, just keeping the knees hip distance, maybe even choosing to bring the hands behind you today. And just find some breath if the forehead's on the mat. See if you can connect that space between the eyebrows there. And equally, if you did want a little bit of work in the hips to begin, you can take the knees a little wider. Drop it down to forearms, stacking fists. Or coming all the way down onto the floor. Finding that lovely connection with the forehead and the mat, or forehead and the stack fists. Just breathe with me wherever you choose to be. Maybe go back if the hips feel too much. Come out of it and bring them hip distance, and just listen to the body today as we move. If you're not congested, take a nice slow deep breath in. Maybe begin with that lovely movement, just rocking the forehead. And exhale. Breathing in. I'll find us some music. Close the eyes. And slowly, slowly breathing out. Breathing in. And again, you can rock the head if it feels good. You can keep it still. Just take that slow exhalation and breathing out. They just kind of connecting with the floor, with the mat, with this time out in the space. We're going to breathe in deeply. And slowly, slowly breathing out. And as you connect today, just begin to close the eyes and reflect on this lovely start of the month. This little marking our first class in March. Taking those slow, deep breaths, just beginning to embrace a fresh month. Maybe starting to notice us straddle a little more the seasons. You can see like the magnolia trees, right? Beginning to slowly start to show those little pink blossoms. You can see some of the daffodils sprouting, but we can also feel that cold little sensation in the body. And feel that little shiver when the wind catches us as we move in and out of our day-to-day experiences. I invite you just to embrace it all, soaking up that sensation of the winter, but in also embracing and inviting in the promise of the spring. Maybe this week, set yourself a challenge to notice a little more the vibrant yellows in those daffs. Can you notice some of the areas where the grass is starting to just become a little bit greener? All that rain we've had, definitely things are starting to grow. We just need a little more sunshine, don't we? And just take some time out to breathe. Inhale. And slowly exhale. And in this position, I'm just going to ask you to take your right ear down towards the mat, or you can rest it on the fist. Just take a little twist here. Just see what the body feels like today. Just slowly moving the head one side. Maybe lifting up a little bit and turning the neck the other direction. Just relaxing. The ear down, taking a little moment, just a little twist in the neck. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Inhale, begin lifting up a little bit and take the ear the other direction. Again, if you're a bit higher up, just rest the cheek or that side of the face on the fists. Inhale, lifting up a little bit. And exhale, moving to the other side. You've got it. One more on each side, breathing and pushing into the hands. Lift the body a little more. And slowly just take it down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, taking it down. Breathing and lifting up, coming more to the center point. Bring the hands slightly forward and begin to lift the tailbone up. If you chose to take the knees wide, just begin to bring the knees in so that they're hip distance apart, untucking the toes again and sinking down. We're just going to stay a little bit more lifted in the chest this time and take a nice little twist. We're going to thread the needle this direction, draw that hand up, opening the chest, draw the shoulders down, breathing in. And as we exhale, bringing it down, you can bring the elbow down or you can reach all the way through as far as you can. Just looking up slightly, just a little twist here. Inhale, lift it up. And the hand comes back down. Good. So I don't expect you to lie down on the mat that way and thread the needle. Just a nice little reach. Inhale, lifting in the other side. Draw the shoulders down. See how you're feeling in that twist. Is there anywhere in the body you feel it today? Remember, it's all about listening to you, your body, what the stretch is doing, what it's telling you. Breathing in. As we exhale, you can bring the elbow down, relax it, or you can reach through. Just get a nice little twist here. Inhale, lift it up. And slowly bringing the hand down. Amazing. Slowly lifting up in that tailbone. You've got it. And untucking those toes. Bringing the hands so that they're nice and wide. Shoulders in line with the wrists. Inhale, extend the right toes out. And take a nice little stretch in that calf, rocking forward and back. Draw in from the navel while you're moving today. Just getting that lovely little bit of a drawing in. Strong in the core, long in the spine. 3, nice job. 2. And 1, working that heel away from you, holding it a little bit longer. Try not to lift in that right hip, drop it down. And again, nice drawing in from the center of the body. 3, 2, deep breaths, and 1. Inhale, shift the weight back to the hands, lift that leg up. Option to stay here. You can keep the toes on the mat, or you can introduce a little bit of a balance to start, maybe extending the hand out. If it feels a lot, just bring the foot down or the hand. Yogi's choice for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bringing the foot down, the hand down. Inhale. And slowly draw the knee in. Beautiful. Remembering if the wrists feel like it's a lot, come up to a fist at any time. Take any little wrist circles that you need. Let's extend the left leg and see how you're feeling there today, working the heel away. Again, we don't want that hip lifted. That's what it looks like from this direction. Draw that left hip down. Imagine you're almost drawing like the inner thighs towards each other as you draw in from the center of the body. Rocking it forward and back. There you go. See if one leg feels tighter than the other. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. For 3. Nice one. For 2. Inhale and exhale. And 1. Working the heel away, holding in from the core. Just breathe with me. 3, 2, and 1. And then you've got the option just to shift the weight forward onto the hands. You can keep the toes on the mat, or you can take a nice little lift, but don't arch the spine. Keep that drawing in from the navel, hip down, nice long leg. And maybe walking the opposite hand, right hand up and out, just playing with a bit of balance, waking up that core, seeing where you're at today. 3, nice, big breath, big smile. 2, and 1, bringing the toes down the hand, breathing in. And slowly bringing the knees back to hip distance, sinking it down. Keep the arms nice and extended today, reaching them out, palms wide. And then what I want you to do, if you've got that extension, a little more active child's pose. So fingers wide, you can feel maybe a little bit of work in the shoulders as you sink down. Breathing, and you've got the options to rotate the biceps out and draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Draw the chin in. As you inhale, feel the extension. As you exhale, squeeze those shoulders down and away. Get that lovely release in that upper body. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to peel the body up and get that lovely spine work in our cat. Chin in. I often have cat and cow in almost every class. I genuinely think it's just the nicest stretch to get into the spine. Work a little bit into that upper body. See how you're feeling, especially in the morning. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back. Dip the tailbone up. Draw the shoulders down and away. Oh, lovely little cow. Inhale. And as we exhale, work to draw the shoulders down. Soften in the face and the jaw. Just enjoy. Saying hello to that spine today. Good. We're going to find a flat back. So just think about drawing in from the navel, drawing that floating rib in, and what you get is that nice long spine there. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely. We're going to take a little bit of high jump pose. So inhale, we're going to shift the weight over towards that left knee. Again, choosing maybe to go on the fist this time if you've got any sort of wrist pain. Inhale, we're going to swoop that knee out. We're going to hold it like it's hydrant. It's almost like a dog in a wee type feeling. Draw in from your core and hold. Breathing in. And you've got the option here to either bring the knee down and just rest it, or you can keep it lifted, squeezing it in. All right, when you're ready, inhale, we lift it up. Good, and exhale, slowly draw it down. Either resting it on the mat for a little moment or keeping it lifted, always drawing in from the navel. Inhale, lift. And exhale, slowly squeeze it down for 2. Inhale, lift. And exhale, slowly squeeze it down for 3. And inhale, lift. Option to hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bringing it down. Beautiful. Sinking down into child's pose. Take the weight off the wrists and just soften down. You can bend the elbows. Take a breath with me. Maybe rock the forehead. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, peel the body up into cat. Lovely. Just feel the stretch, whatever you need today. Lovely job. Rotating, finding your cow pose. Inhale. Drop the shoulders down, maybe a little smile. Beautiful. Inhale, drawing in from the center of the body, nice and strong. You notice the spine's not arching any direction. We draw in from that floating rib, and you get that length. Nice tabletop position. Good. And this time we shift the weight over, choosing the hands, whatever support you need for the wrists. Inhale, we're going to lift up that left knee. Lifting and holding, hydrant pose, draw in from your core. Breathing in and slowly drawing it in, either choosing to keep it lifted or dropping it to the mat. Good. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. Little hip work. Breathing in, lifting. And slowly dropping it down. Well done. Inhale, lifted. And slowly dropping it down. Well done. And last one, inhale, lifting, option to hold. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it down, bringing the knees down onto the mat and sinking it down. Beautiful. Maybe extending the arms, fingers nice and wide, draw the shoulders down and away as you allow the chest to soften towards the mat. Breathing in, filling the ribs, and slowly exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Nice stretching. Inhale, peel the body up. Beautiful. Exhale, finding your cow pose, lifting up. Maybe dropping the head back if you need a little bit, stretching the neck and tucking the tailbone under. Beautiful. We're just going to take a little bit of time to stretch in the wrists. So we're going to turn the hands out to start. So you want the fingertips kind of facing the short, longer edge of the mat and just rock a little side to side. Nice. If you have a little bit more hyperextension in the body, you can lift the palms. But again, that's just a makeup of the body. No one should be kind of aiming to do that. If it feels good, just rocking left to right, take it. However you need it. Just embracing your own body. Deep breaths, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Just begin to turn the fingers back, forward. We're going to walk the hands up and come up onto the knees. Nice job. Breathing in, just interlacing those fingers and roll the wrists. We put a little bit of pressure on the wrists today. Just take that time out, especially all you've done this week, the hands, maybe let the forearms rub against each other. But equally, if you have really sore wrists or suffer with any arthritis, just important to keep them moving, even if it is slow. 3, amazing, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Just shake them out. Inhale, we're going to reach it up. And exhale, slowly bringing the palms down or coming onto the fists. Good. We're going to do one more sequence like this on the knees. What we want to do is just work to extend the leg. Inhale. We're going to bend the knee and open it wide as we did before in hydrant. We're going to lean forward over the wrist and draw the knee up, 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 and see if you can bring it somewhere between the shoulder and the elbow. Equally, you don't have to lean forward. So option 1 is this. I'll show you. Stage 1. Kick it up and just open the knee wide and draw it forward a little bit. That's perfect. Option 2 is to kick it out. We lean forward, 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 and see if you can just touch or rest it. If you bend that elbow a little bit, it's almost like makes a little kind of shelf there. And we kick it back up and down. So that's the movement. Take a breath. Inhale. And slowly exhale. We're going to work there. Draw in from the core as you move. It's a really nice core workout, but also just working to draw that knee forward. Again, if in preparation today, our pose is going to be crow pose. It's a core work, but also a little bit of an upper body balance. So that's why we're just doing a little bit more work here today. Again, if the wrists are sore, come on up. Inhale, let's extend. Exhale, bend the knee, open the knee wide, lean forward if you fancy. If not, just draw it forward. Hold. Feel strong in your core. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale again. Same thing. 2. Nice work. Inhale. Kick it back. And 3 again. Just draw it forward or lean forward. See if you can really kick it up. Bend that elbow slightly. And kick it back. And bring the knee down. Switching sides. Inhale, extend. Taking it out into hydrant, good. Just drawing it forward or leaning forward, bringing it up. So it's that almost like leaving it on top of that elbow, between the elbow and the shoulder. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, leaning forward. Nice one. Kicking it back. You can't really see it there, can you? Inhale, drawing it forward. And kicking it back. Well done. And slowly bringing that foot down. Good. And inhale, slowly sink down into your child's pose today. Close the eyes, take a few deep breaths. Take the pressure off the wrists if you're feeling it at all. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling. Well done. Just take a little moment here in your child's pose to check in. That was our little bit of our warm up today. We're gonna extend the arms. Inhale, let's peel the body up to cat pose. Tuck the toes and lift up the knees, shifting the weight to your first downward dog. Knees bent, draw the shoulders down and away, and just say hello to those hamstrings. Swing in the hips if you like. Deep breaths. In and out, maybe swing the head left to right like you're saying no. Just see if you can get a little bit more depth, really noticing the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Up and down with the head saying yes. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, looking forward step. Come to the tops of the toes and hop if you're in the mood, if that's in your practice. Otherwise, I always like to step forward, especially my first one, and fold down. Just let the belly soften on the knees. See if you can notice the body maybe rocking slightly forward and back to help you balance. And then we're going to come up as slow as you can. So head comes up last. Feel every vertebrae of the spine. Just breathe with me. Inhale. And slowly exhale, coming up to that lovely standing position. Breathing in and out. If you've got a drink today, perfect time to grab a little sip. Just gonna move my camera. We'll go from there. Amazing. Cheers, guys. Working a nice little flow. Or what we want to do is open up a little bit in the hips. Create a little bit more heat and openness in the whole body. We're going to play a little bit with that movement towards our kind of crow positioning, if you fancy trying it later. But if not, it's a great workout on the way. So feet hip distance, coming to the front of the mat. Breathing in with me. We'll just go. You know where we're headed. Inhale, arms come up. Good, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, hinging at the hips. Breathing in and out. Drop the shoulders. Just feeling a little bit of that work in the hamstrings. Bending down. And slowly draw the chin in. Inhale, find your halfway lift. So either drawing the arms up the legs, working the elbows in, straightening a little bit. Definitely feel like the Tin Man this morning. Creaky, gonna take a minute to get all that, the body open. Let's bend the knees and scoop it up. Inhale, reaching the palms back, and exhale, tucking the tailbone under. Drawing from the core, maybe close the eyes and just enjoy Tadasana. I love this pose so much. Just standing, but in such a strong, mindful way. We're doing so much. If you're tucking under, drawing in from the core, shoulders down. Breathing, chest open. Enjoy it. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Let's do that second one a little quicker. 2 more from standing. Fold down. Yogis, find your halfway lift. If you want to bring the fingertips forward, try not to sink the hips back. Maybe working to straighten the legs, working to lengthen. Feel like I'm driving the chest forward and the tailbone up. If you choose this option, same though here. Inhale, bend the knees deep, scooping it wide. Palms together, tucking under, drawing in from the center of the body, enjoying a moment in mountain pose. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Again, breathing and reaching it up. And forward fold. Bend down over the toes, draw the chin. Good, halfway lift. Bend the knees and scoop it up. Reaching long. Exhale, Tadasana. We're going to flow and take a little step back this time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold down over the toes. Find your version of a halfway lift. Bend the knees. Good. We're going to step back. So shift the weight into the fingers or the palms. Take a big step back with the right leg and drop that back knee down. Inhale, swoop the arms up. We're going to sink down into that front knee, getting a really lovely stretch into the hips. Shoulders draw down, maybe looking up. If it feels too much with the arms above you, always remember hands on the hips of the knees. 3, 2, and 1. Reaching back, slowly reaching forward. Bring the hands on either side of that front foot. Good. We're going to wiggle that front foot back. Coming onto the knees. Leaning forward with the pelvis. Feel like you're kind of doing a push-up from the hands. Knees down. Inhale. Slowly lower the body down onto the floor. Rotate the shoulders up and back. Elbows draw in. Inhale. Taking a little back bend today. Small little cobra. And exhale, drawing the body down. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to peel the body up. Use the core, tuck the toes, and lift the knee. Shift the weight back, and find your downward dog. Breathe here. Inhale, and exhale. Walking again if the hamstrings are still tight. If you want a little extra, bend both knees and work to get both heels down. That might feel good. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. This time we're going to shift the weight over towards the left foot. We're going to kick the right foot up, bend the knee. And what I want you to do is draw the knee forward, 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 and take a step. Using that hand, wiggle it forward slightly more and bring the back knee down on the left-hand side. You've got it, wiggling it forward. There we are. Inhale, lifting up and sinking down. There's your other side. There you go. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax the face. Sink in into that front knee. Inhale, maybe a little back bend, and exhale, bringing hands on either side of that front foot. Wiggle the front foot back, coming to the knees. Inhale, leaning forward with the pelvis. Draw in from your core. Feel like you're about to do a push-up. And then what you want to do is slowly lower down. Keep the elbows drawing in towards the body. If you can hold them when they get a little bit more in line, then drop the body down. Exhale. Well done. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, little baby cobra. It can be really small. Maybe pushing a little higher if the spine wants to go there. Good morning to that body. Exhale. Coming back down. Amazing. Inhale, using the core, pushing up, lifting in the center of the body, tuck the toes. Inhale, lifting up from the knees and shift the weight back to that downward dog. Draw the shoulders down. Looking forward between the thumbs, we're going to step or bend the knees and hop forward. See how far you get. Drawing in from the core, draw down. Just let everything fold. Find a little halfway lift. Yogi's choice, fingertips or arms. Bend the knees deep and scoop it up. Reach in, arms alongside the ears, tucking the pelvis under. And exhale. Really just enjoying that Tadasana. Remember, Tadasana is strong if we're squeezing in from the core, tucking under in the pelvis, feeling like you're tensing the lower part of the legs. Draw shoulders down, everything's working. Inhale, close the eyes. And exhale. Drop the shoulders down. Beautiful. We're going to do that same flow again, just a little bit quicker. Just taking a little time to move and flow between the poses. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Fold down over the toes. Exhale. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And then we're going to step back with the right foot. So shift the weight forward onto the hands. Take a big step back with the right foot. And drop the knee down. If you need to adjust by wiggling the front foot forward to get a nice deep lunge, up to you. Reaching up and sinking down. Good. A little deeper into that hip if you like. Maybe option this time to bring the palms in. You want to add the twist, you can. You don't have to do those, staying here or rotating that right elbow towards the left knee. You can relax it on top or you can tuck it in front, drawing the hands in towards the sternum again. Option as well, if anybody wants a little challenge, stay here and breathe in the twist. Don't do the twist, or you can lift that back knee if anyone's in the mood. We're working the heel away, drawing that front knee forward. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knee back. Then rotate the body forward, reaching up. Inhale. Slowly exhale, bring the hands on either side of that front leg, wiggling the knee back. Inhale, lean forward with the pelvis, feeling strong in the hands. And I want you to lower down slowly. So keeping the elbows in alongside the body. Maybe see if you can hold just for a second. And down. Beautiful. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back. Maybe lifting in the chest. Inhale, lifting a little bit into your cobra, checking in where you want to be. Try and keep shoulders drawing down. Inhale, slowly. Exhale, coming down. Beautiful job. We're going to peel the body up. Tuck the pelvis under, untuck those toes, or tuck the toes, sorry, and lift up to your downward dog. Draw the shoulders down, work the tailbone away from you. Breathing in. And breathing out. You can walk the heels, you can stay in stillness, yogi's choice. Just find your version. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to shift the weight over towards the left foot, kick the right foot up, bend that knee, draw it forward, and take a big step. Good. Move the hands, whatever you need to do, dropping down in that left knee, wiggling that front foot forward so you can get that nice lunge. Beautiful. When you're ready and you find that balance, remember, use a wall if you like. If not, reach it up and sink down. It's the perfect place to stay. You don't have to add the twist. But if you feel like you want a little bit more today, palms come to the sternum. Breathe with me. Inhale. And exhale, maybe add a little bit of a twist. So you can hold the body lifted and sink. You can relax that elbow down. This is a great place to work in that direction. Just breathe. Or maybe tucking that elbow in front. And once you find that twist, if the body feels comfortable, you can push the elbow slightly into the knee, lifting in the chest, shoulders draw down, thumbs come in towards the sternum. And breathe. That twist is awesome. And you do have the option to lift up if you're in the mood today, but do not feel that you need to do anything. Just stay in the lunge, come out of it if you need to. It's all about what suits your body today. 3, 2, and 1. Sinking down. If you like, slowly coming back forward, reaching on either side of that front foot. You've got it. Swing the feet back, coming to the knees. Inhale, we're going to lean forward. So coming to tabletop, draw in from the center of the body, strong in your core always. That's what you want to think. Draw in, in, in. Inhale, leaning forward with the pelvis. And as we exhale, slowly bending the elbows, come down, maybe holding, and coming down to the mat. You've got it. Inhale, roll those shoulders up and back. It just opens the chest. Inhale, pushing into the hands slightly, and lifting. Oh, feels good on the spine today. Exhale. Breathing in, pushing into the hands, using the core, lifting the body back up. Tuck the toes and lift up to downward dog. Breathe. Inhale and exhale, holding here, doing whatever feels good with the legs. If you wanted to stay in stillness, you can today, but rotate the shoulders again. Biceps out, down and away from the ears. Working the tailbone up. Absolutely fine to have the knees bent. Working the heels down a little or walking them. Breathe for me. Move the head if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Looking forward between the thumbs, step. Or if you feel compelled, bend and hop. Folding down. Drawing the chin in, just hang out here. Breathing in and out. And slowly come halfway up for us. Find your halfway lift. Little smile, breathing in. And exhale, bend the knees and scoop it up. Reaching arms alongside the ears. And tucking the pelvis under. Bringing the thumbs to the sternum and just closing the eyes for a moment. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. I'm going to drop the hands down alongside the body here, keeping that lovely strong stance. Rotate the shoulders up and back. Just get a little bit of a stretch and a release in the upper body. Nice one. Maybe moving the head if you like. The neck feels sore. Just check in. 3. Breathing in and out. 2. And 1. Brilliant. When we get into our next bit of a sequence, I invite you just to grab a quick drink. We're going to move into Malasana pose, and we're going to be bending a little bit into the knees here to get a little kind of stretch and openness in the hips. Cheers, guys. Malasana, if there is anybody whose knees find it really difficult to kind of go all the way down into a squatting position, then you can stay a little bit higher, or you can also do it from a chair. You can sit on the chair and open the body up. You could do it from here. This is fine, just a little knees bent. But Malasana is going all the way down to the ground with the bottom, I suppose. Either heels lifted or feet planted. So we'll go there in a second. When you're ready, just come back to me, feet hip distance. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up and bring the palms in. Drop the shoulders down, good. Draw in from the core. We're going to slowly bend the knees. So option to stay here if you know putting pressure on the knees feels a lot, and just straighten and come back when you can. If it feels okay to bend, you can. Your knees slightly forward, but keeping the chest lifted. Maybe can you come down almost like a little frog, just wiggling to get a little bit of that movement. You've got the knees wide here. Now, right now, I'll demonstrate this. You can do it with the heels lifted. And there's also an option for you if your feet go down, you can wiggle, and just see if that bottom will really sink down. It's called a yogi squat. And again, don't be afraid to be a bit higher. If you're comfortable here, cool. If you need to lift up, great. Maybe just use a little wall and coming out of it whenever you need to. So all we're going to do is a little twist here. We're going to inhale, draw the shoulders back and away, lifting in the chest. And you're just kind of feeling that openness in the hips, letting the tailbone sink down, finding a little balance here. If you're lifted a little higher, no problem. Inhale, everybody just reach up. We're going to twist the body open, lifting that left hand. Instead of collapsing in the upper body, draw the shoulders down and away, and maybe even use that right hand to tuck out and just open up that knee. If anybody wants to try a little bit more, you can bend and rotate and really hug in that knee and open it up. Again, you don't have to, it could be like this. You can hug it in if you're on the mat, or if you're a bit more lifted on the knees, just open the chest, coming with straight legs when you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that hand down, both palms coming up. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. If you're a bit more standing, you can bend the knees again, opening up left hand, and the right hand lifts, drawing the shoulders down and away. Just see if you can use it to open the knee a little bit wider, opening the chest, draw the shoulders down, or maybe hugging it in a little bit more type like thing like a bind. You can tuck that hand into the crease of the hip if you like. 3, nice job. 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that hand back down, unraveling that pose. And anyone who's standing in this position feels better, slowly come back down, and everybody else come down onto your bottoms and slowly just swing the feet forward. Nice work. Well done. We're going to extend the legs out. When you're ready, just find a comfy position on the mat. Well done. We're going to bend in that left knee, sorry. What I want you to do is just see if you can grab the bottom of the foot and lift it up slightly. So you grab the bottom of the foot this time with your right arm, left foot. maybe grab both hands and see if you can draw the foot in towards you. And you're just gonna rock it a little bit left to right. Sometimes it feels good to kind of hook that elbow in. So I'll show you, watch the foot. You could bring left foot into the right crease of the elbow, hook it in, and maybe bring the other left elbow into the left crease. There you go. I had to think about it. And you could rock side to side like this if there's openness, lifting in the chest. But if not, this is perfect. One arm, good. Just kind of moves the hips, might feel good, might feel nothing, depends on your body. Keeping lifted in the chest if you think 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring that leg out and drop it down and bending in. Good. So we'll start here by lifting the foot. So your left hand is coming to your right foot. Yeah? We're going to just slowly bring the foot in towards us, even if it's a little bit. And you can use your other hand, your right hand, to support the right knee. Slowly bring it in. So this is perfect, just moving it a little bit left to right to get into the hip. If you want to see if you can give it a little hug, we're going to take that right elbow and wrap it around the right knee. Maybe see if the foot wants to go into the crease of the other elbow and draw it in. So trying to bring the foot in towards you, almost cradling it like a little baby. A little bit left to right here if you're in the mood. Keeping the chest lifted, nice tall spine. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing wherever you chose to do that and bringing it down, and bring both knees in, sitting up or finding a position that is comfy. Upright. Good. We're going to bring the hands down onto the knees. Just take a little seated cat, tuck the tailbone under, draw the chin in, breathing in and out. What I want you to do here in our nice seated cat, I want you to kind of notice where the body's arching. Draw in from the core, let the chin draw down, feel that spine. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up, working the chest forward, leaning with the chest. Feel that stretch, squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. Just get that nice work in the spine. 3, breathing in, 2, and 1. Again, 1 more on each side. We draw in from the core, really focusing on the navel, draw the chin in. Feel that lovely stretch across the back body. Allow the shoulders to collapse in, navel draws in. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and back. Draw the chest forward. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to center, drawing in from your core. Beautiful. We're going to play with a little seated balance, one that we'll do all together. And then we'll maybe try to do a little bit of our work on our crow pose. But if crow pose is something you don't want to do, because it is a little bit of a balance, you can go back and do what we're about to do again, which is really great work. So we'll slowly bring the feet forward if you like. Bring the feet about hip distance or a little bit wider. We've done this one before, bringing the palms together. Inhale, slowly lean forward with the chest. Good. We're going to hook one arm underneath, even if it's just a little bit. So left side to start. That right hand you can use to bring it on top of the right knee. Inhale, lift up. And just let everything kind of hang out, even if the back is arched, perfect to start. And when you're ready, draw both shoulders back and lift in the chest. Really great start to kind of balance. Pointer finger and thumb, the knees drawing in, lifting in the chest. 3. Nice little bit of breath. Smile. 2. And 1. Good. Then we arch the back again like a cat, drawing everything under. Slowly lean forward, bring the foot down. Unravel the pose, breathing in, bring the palms together. Exhale, sinking down. Other side. So right side, tucking it under, or even just using the hand a little bit. Keep the back arched while you slowly come up. You find that little sweet spot where you feel a little bit more balanced. Inhale, slowly lifting up in the chest as much as you can. You've got it. You can use the other hand to help support you. Use that hand to draw the chest forward here. Drop the shoulders down. Softening in the eyes. Relaxing in the forehead. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful. Breathing in. This is good. We're drawing the knee in that same direction that we're going to try with crows, and slowly coming back down and unraveling that pose. You've got it. If that felt good, one side felt better than others, maybe just try one of those sides. Otherwise, I'll give you an opportunity to try both if you feel like playing. Palms together, inhale, lean forward. Give them both a little hook under and lean back. Just start with one leg and then the other, lifting it up. If the back is arched, no worries. See if you can draw the shoulders up and lifting in the chest. If you want to kick the legs out, you know that that's something you can do. Go for it. No need to do that though. Lifting in the chest, just playing with that balance. Maybe point your finger and thumbs to touch. Maybe bring the big toes to touch instead today. Amazing, guys. 3. Breathing into chest and heart open, ready to receive all that goodness the spring has in store. And slowly, as you come out of this with both hands, you want to let the back arch and just follow it. Lean forward and catch yourself. And slowly unravel that pose, bringing the feet into a comfortable position. Amazing. Join me in a nice, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going to play a little bit with your crow pose. I'll demonstrate it, even if it's something that you listen to. We'll talk through the whole process, something we've not taught on Zoom in a long time, actually. So if you want to try it, great. If not, you can go back to that same one we just did with the knees and the little hook and lift if you want to keep playing, but the knees are drawing in the same direction. It is all a great route. So the first thing that I'll do is I would suggest when you're facing, you're going to have a pillow if you've got it, and you can just put it in front of you. Sometimes when I was learning, it definitely made me feel a little bit better. Now, bear with me, I'm still in the learning process with you, because since having my kids, my core and my upper body, I've not done it in a long time. I did practice before we came online, but it's been a while for me as well. It's not something in my practice on the regular anymore. One thing I want you to imagine, though, is if you bend just your right elbow, I want you to imagine if you could just touch from the shoulder to the elbow, almost see if you can just feel that. Seems silly to do that, but I want you to know that is the place at which you want the knees to be squeezing in. So if you can get to that position, even if it's just one side you're working on, it'll make sense when we go forward. But if you touch that part, almost imagine there's like a little bit of glue. You're trying to squeeze the knees in to that place, and on the other side, bending into that left elbow, lifting it, and then just touching. So imagine, just so that you know, I think it sounds silly, but it's a really good thing from here, just to kind of give it a rub, recognize that is where you kind of want the knees. And the arms are going to create almost like a table. So when we were lowering down, have a little look at me seated. So the hands are going to come down, down, down. And I want you to see right here, shoulders in line with the elbows. It's in line with my body, exactly where I kind of said when we lowered down in our flow, in our vinyasa today, to kind of hold the hands here before lowering down. Now this creates this like table. So if I'm moving my body this way, that creates a lovely little ledge for my knees to go. And then you'll notice that my hands are going to feel nice and strong underneath me, but I have this lovely little ledge. So that's kind of like if we're playing with alignment and just looking at it, that's what we're aiming to do. And then the head, it seems silly because you want to look down. Looking forward is more important in this pose. When we get into a little bit of crow, looking forward is one of the key elements. So even if today, if the balance that we get to in a minute is not for you, I'd encourage you just to sit in an upright position, draw the elbows back, the palms nice and wide, and just work to look forward slightly. And while you're doing it, I want you to focus on drawing in from the core, something I kind of say often, because the core is where we get that balance, all right? So we can stay right here, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Amazing, good. If you'd like to play a little bit with me with the balance, even one leg, I'll invite you to just swing the legs around, coming up on to tabletop position. You're going to have the pillow just slightly in front of you. The hands are coming in front of that pillow. And what your gaze wants to be is kind of on the other edge of that pillow, a little bit forward, something that's not moving. Just going to flatten out my mat. Good. And then from here, we want to tuck those toes. And what we're going to do is lift the knees into a little bit of our kind of prep for downward dog. And we're going to walk the feet in, thinking about Malasana. So the toes lifted, thinking about that lovely openness, that yogi squat. All right, so that's where you want to be, kind of just feeling comfortable. Now, the first thing we want to do here is it's perfect to just bend in the elbows and bring both hands in front of you, thinking tabletop, palms coming down, and then just bend in the elbows a little bit and see if you can lean the chest forward. This is a perfect place to be, to practice. And then the knees, notice where they are. I want you to find that spot we kind of felt like I said we needed to identify. Almost imagine you put glue on. You want to squeeze the knees in as if you're touching that bit between the elbow and the upper body, and the palms come down. And then lift the chest slightly, looking forward. Perfect little place to be. That is a great place to practice your crow pose if you didn't want to try flying in today. Just begin to lift back up in the chest, straightening the arms. Beautiful. We're going to begin to lift the tailbone and just keep the hands where they are. What you want to do is lift in the tailbone. We're going to lift up on the tops of the toes and sink down a little bit. Draw in from your core and lean forward. So see if you can lean forward onto the hands, looking forward so you've got that pillow in front of you, squeezing the knees into that little space we talked about, leaning forward a little more onto the hands if you like, draw in from the core. If you want, maybe lift one foot and draw it down. Maybe lift the other foot and draw it down, and then slowly come back down, down, down with the tailbone. Again, you can have the toes lifted or the heels dropping down. Just take a little bit of time out in here in this little yogi squat. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Perfect. So if you're here, amazing. If you're sat on the ground, absolutely fine. If you want to try that same lift we did with the hook in and lift in, go for it. If this is not something you want us to play with in the practice today, if you want to keep going, let's have a little bit more time here playing. So we're going to lift up with your bum, lean forward. So bend the elbows. Remember, you're making like a little tabletop for them. Lean forward. See if you can squeeze the knees in, looking forward. And just see if you can begin to come to the tops of the toes, maybe lifting one foot, maybe looking forward, maybe drawing in from the core, feeling strong and balanced, maybe bringing both feet together. 3, 2, squeeze the knees into those elbows, that bit, the elbow between the elbow and the shoulder, and slowly coming down. Nice job. Don't worry if you fell forward, you might have hit your head on that pillow, that's all good, coming on out of it. So if you quite like that little bit of balancing, if it didn't quite make sense, it wasn't there for you, no worries. You can use the video to try it again. Or maybe today you're like, that's not for me. And you know we don't do it often, but I just thought I would bring in the next few weeks the odd little pose that's a little bit more, call it challenging, maybe something that's a little stretch. You don't have to take it, but even the movement towards it is really, really great for our body, our strengthening, our thinking, and that release. So come into that nice upright position. Just roll the shoulders for me. We're going to take that nice upper body stretch and sink into our Shavasana. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And then drop the shoulders down. Draw that right ear to the right shoulder, getting that lovely length. Inhale and exhale, maybe taking the left hand and just giving yourself a little release. And giving yourself a little massage, pushing up into the neck if you like. Maybe a little higher. Maybe a little bit more into the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Three, 2, and 1. Releasing, bringing the head back to center. Inhale, exhale, just smile. Let it go. Nice job. Other side, just drawing the ear over. Checking in if it feels tighter. Inhale, maybe taking the right hand up. Relaxing in the forehead. Releasing in the upper body. Breathing in and out. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale slowly, bringing the head back to center. And exhale. From here, we're going to take that lovely release in the face. So pointer finger and middle finger are just drawn in and around the temples. Really go for it. Just listening to what you need, pushing in wherever feels good. Feeling like you're getting a nice release in the skin. Imagining if you've got any headache or tension, getting that release as well. Coming into the temples, finding your circles if you haven't already. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing it down. Nice. Again, tracing up and around and finding that work in the temples. 3, 2, and 1. And release. You've got it. And then this time we're going to bring the thumbs to the top of the nose, or sorry, the pointer finger and the middle finger to the top of the nose, not the thumb, and just find where you might need that release. Take your time. Just feel around. If you got any sinus pain, just give it a little massage up and down the nose. Maybe in and around the cheekbones, whatever feels good today. Also told if you have any sinus pressure, sometimes I feel like it does work, but you can just massage like the lower part of the nostrils. It looks weird, but just make little circles. Just almost massaging that area. Sometimes it can create a little bit of release. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it down. And then release the hands, separate the teeth, and maybe move the jaw. Looks silly, but really good. Releasing that tension, and then allow the mouth to come back to a much softer place. Not clenching at all in the teeth, really releasing in the jaw. And breathe in with me 2 cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Breathing in one more time. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. Just begin to close the eyes. And when you're ready, slowly make your way to your favorite Shavasana position. Either on your back, maybe go back to child's pose today and close the eyes, or stay a bit more upright. You can crawl into bed and grab your warmer clothes. Maybe use that pillow you got out today somewhere under the head or something to just create a little more comfort. To begin to drift and soften. Breathing in. And slowly breathing out. Allow the eyelids to fall heavy and just begin to soften and relax the body. Releasing any tension still held in the body. Releasing and relaxing the skin in the forehead, the space between the eyebrows, the eyes, eyelids, eyelashes even. Allow yourself to settle, feeling the back body melt into the mat. Feeling supported and connected with the floor. Allowing the mind and the body to just feel nourished from today's movement and breath. Letting go of any judgments that might have crept in. Knowing that your practice was perfect. And just meeting yourself. To say hello, find time. Do something to check in, something for you is enough. And there's this lovely writer. She has a book called Wild Hope, And one of the extracts from Donna Ashworth's book is called Becoming. And I think it's a lovely little piece just about just becoming and recognize that everything that you are is perfect. Even though we sometimes feel like we need more, want to be more, or that something's missing. So have a little listen, a little reflection today, and drift off in a soft place for the rest of your Sunday. Becoming. You are always becoming the person you were born to be before the world began to mold you to its pattern and not your own. You are always becoming. She who learned to hide and shapeshift to suit the crowd, the mood, the room. You are always becoming. And every time you release a little more of her to the world, I like to think that Mother Nature breathes out, exhales a little more deeply. Here she is. Keep becoming, keep becoming. Just keep being you. And every time you let a little of that out, I love that line. I like to think Mother Nature breathes out and exhales a little more deeply. Wishing you love and light, knowing I adore each of you for exactly who you are. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Stay longer and relax, drift to sleep. Or if you feel the energy, take any last stretch. Your intuition guides you to, and drift into a lovely Sunday. I hope you feel rested, but also maybe a little sensation of energy from today's movement, breath, and guidance. Peace and love on this lovely morning. Lots of love to anyone on catch up as well.